Hi everyone, this is Lucy, and today I'm going to be answering the questions you guys asked me for my Q&A. So yeah, without further ado, I just want to hop into the questions here. The first question is from Bellamy Blake. Hi girly, I love you. What was your favorite film and or TV show from 2023? I think 2023 was a great year for film and TV. My favorite TV shows were The Bear and The Last of Us. And my favorite films were The Holdovers and Barbie. I also saw Anatomy of a Fall this year, which was incredible. Insane writing, insane acting too. Really, really good. Any travel plans for 2024? I don't really have any because I traveled so much in this past year. However, I would love to go to New York or like the East Coast. So hopefully that can happen at some point this summer. Is there anything editing wise that you'd like to improve on? Oh my god, yes. My pan and crop. Like, I really love like the way that like a lot of editors use pan and crop to their advantage. Especially with using it to kind of highlight like the characters' expressions and emotions. And then I would also say like using more diverse effects. I feel like I gravitate towards the same ones in every video. And I'd like to maybe experiment with that a bit more. What is your favorite and least favorite food? My favorite cuisines, I'm gonna do cuisine because I feel like food is like, there's too much, like there's too many ingredients, so I'm just gonna do cuisine. My favorite cuisine is Japanese, followed by Italian food. I also love Thai food and Indian food. So like curries, warming, kind of yummy like bread and curry that you really can't go wrong with that, especially on like a colder day. And my least favorite cuisine is probably Mediterranean food. I like it, but I just like don't crave it super often. Ingredient wise, anyone who's like pretty close with me knows that I hate cilantro. I will refuse to eat it. I think I have like a literal gene in my family that just makes it so I hate cilantro. I used to just like a couple of veggies like eggplant and zucchini, and it depends on how you prepare it. I'm very adventurous with eating. I feel like I'll like try anything once. Next question. If you could own any dog breed you wanted, what would you pick and why? Oh my god, so easy. 1000% golden retriever. I've been obsessed with them since I was young. My dad grew up with them. And every time I see a golden retriever puppy on the street, it is like pure serotonin for me. I also love like hound dogs, like beagles especially, because I had a beagle when I was growing up. Why did you choose Simba as your persona? He is my favorite Disney character, and that is pretty much it. But yeah, I think that like the themes in The Lion King are very like relatable and universal. And now that I'm like a little bit more into astrology too, like I'm a Leo and he's a lion, so I think that's kind of fun. I feel like he just kind of represents the part of myself that kind of likes to like show up for myself, have fun, not be afraid to like take risks. But yeah, at the beginning I just chose him because he was my favorite. What's a video you've made that you are most and least proud of? A lot of my old videos I don't like, but at the same time, like, you know, I had to edit those videos to make good ones eventually. Some of my recent favorites that I've done are I Know It's for the Better and weirdly my 4th MEP part collection. For some reason, I feel like that like just utilized like a lot of the skills that I have into one little like collection that I was really satisfied with gathering together. But I feel like any of my recent videos are going to be my favorites because every time I upload, I strive to make it the best video I've ever done. I'm always trying to experiment, learn new things, make myself the best editor that I can possibly be. Next question is by Bloomidin. Favorite edit of yours that you've done in 2023 and why? I haven't done a ton of editing this year, to be honest, because I've been really busy traveling, but I really liked How Closer Could I Be to God. That was a really special video for me. But have you discovered any new song artists within the first days of the new year? I mostly listen to Just Hosier. Like lately, that's like all I've been listening to, but I did find this song on TikTok that I thought was really catchy. called He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not by Jessica Biel. I can play a little bit of it.
But does he really know me when the lights are on? Does he think about me when I'm gone? Does he know he's everything I want? Watching every petal drop. He loves me not.
Favorite place you've traveled to so far and why? Oh my gosh, best question ever. Okay. In terms of like vacationing, in middle school, I went to Tuscany in Italy, and I still miss that place. I still remember it. It was like waking up inside a painting. That's always how I describe it to people. It was just so idyllic and amazing. And then this past summer, I went to the Côte d'Azur in France for the first time, and I just loved it so much. It was so relaxing. And then in terms of like living places, I could either see myself living in New York or London. I love London so much. Favorite pairing of yours and why? Connell and Marianne from Normal People, Seb and Mia from La La Land, Sirius and Remus, obviously from Harry Potter, and Todd and Copper. They're boyfriends, like, obviously, and Judy and Nick from Zootopia. Is there an Animash movie you used to watch over and over as a child? If so, which one? Yes. The Lion King one was the main one. I was also obsessed with Lady and the Tramp 2 and Oliver and Company. And I also remember watching Spirit, like, on my grandma's, like, VHS when I was a kid. But I kind of loved virtually all Animash films as a kid. I think the only one I hadn't seen when I came to the community was Balto. But I might be wrong about that. There might have been more that I hadn't seen. The next questions are from Cody the Husky. Hi, Cody. Which crystal do you feel most connected to and why? I would say obsidian, because it's my username. I think it's just a cool crystal and stone. I feel like it holds a lot of power. Also peridot, that's my birthstone. Are there any tattoos you'd love to get but haven't yet? This is the best question ever. So I do have tattoos right now. I will insert photos of the tattoos that I currently have. I am really interested in getting a deer skull or like deer antlers, maybe with some vines, probably like on my arm. And at some point I'll get some sort of wolf related tattoo. I just don't know like what style or where yet. Do you associate any particular song with a memory or a certain time of your life? Yes, absolutely. I feel like all songs to me kind of have that quality. The albums like One Republic and Night Visions were very essential to my childhood. So I think like stuff like that. What's a fandom you're in that other people wouldn't expect? I am in the furry fandom newly, but like on the DL, so don't tell anyone. Do you have a least favorite Animash character? Okay, I might get a lot of hate for this, and I'm really sorry, but ever since I was little, I just did not like Timon and Pumbaa very often. I just did not think they were very funny, so if I had a least favorite Animash character, that's probably what my answer would be. The next questions are from Central Bane. My favorite song that came out last year was the entire Unreal Unearth album by Andrew Hosier Byrne. Oh my god, this album is like life-changing. Like I never listen to albums like full on like through. I'm kind of one of those annoying Gen Zers that like listens to songs like randomly and like not all the way through like the album, you know? But I definitely did that for this one, and it really paid off. I mean, this music is like so special to me. Amazing. Yeah, so that entire album was probably my favorite thing that came out this past year. What is your dream job? So right now I am in college studying to be an editor. Specifically, I want to go into trailer editing, so I would say that is my dream job. I would also love to be in the position where I can write and direct films, and I've also thought about becoming a therapist as well if film doesn't work out. Would you say you're an introvert or extrovert? I would say I am an extrovert or ambivert. If I spend like all day socializing, and I mean like all day, like it takes a lot for me to get burnt out, but like once I am burnt out, I need like a couple days or at least a day to myself. Once I get to know people, like I'm totally fine like being in the presence of people I'm really comfortable with, but like meeting new people, it like takes a lot of energy for me, usually. Top 3 Disney movies. Not counting Pixar, I'm gonna say The Lion King, Zootopia, and Beauty and the Beast. That's my final answer. Do you have any new videos planned? I do, actually, kind of. I want to do a video to the song Acolyte with Scamp and Angel. Just kind of like a simple like pan and crop moment for Valentine's Day. So hopefully I'll get that in by Valentine's Day. And if not, then oh well. But I'm gonna try my best. Also, I just watched the movie Princess Mononoke for the first time. And I'm like obsessed with it. So I downloaded it on my computer so I can edit with it. Do you have any phobias? Yes, I do not like hospitals. They are not my favorite. What is your favorite type of video to edit? I would say ones that I can be like really creative with my clip choices and kind of make it so that I'm not even really editing with the film itself, if that makes sense. I'm like creating like a whole new story. I also love VHS and like heavy static effects, anything kind of edgy. Do you prefer TV shows or films? I feel like I have to say films because I am a film major, but I love long-form limited series as well. Are there any films you're excited for in 2024? Yes, oh my god. I'm gonna name a couple here. Love Lies Bleeding, Kingdom of the Apes, Inside Out 2, Quiet Place Part 3. All of these I'm very excited for. Kingdom of the Apes and Quiet Place Part 3 are just, I love those movies, so I'm just excited to see the continuation of that. Inside Out is one of my favorite Pixar movies ever made, so I'm extremely excited for that. And then Love Lies Bleeding is this really cool, like queer romance with Kristen Stewart, and it just looks very gritty and kind of like, it just looks like it'd be like up my alley. Do I have any goals for the year? Yeah, I would say getting an internship would be really nice, furthering my editing career, and then I think just growing my friendships, growing my relationships in general, with people in my life, like online and offline as well. Getting back also into spirituality as well would be really nice. Doing some yoga, getting some more daily practice in terms of like journaling, you know, having that space for myself. The next questions are by Scamp Scanner. Any controversial or unpopular Animash related opinions? I did already say this, but I do not like Timon and Pumbaa, so I feel like that will be my hot take right now. What do you like most about Animash edits and the Animash community in general? I love the Animash community. Editing with Animash in particular, I feel like for me, it's a way to repurpose footage. I kind of think of Animash as like a blank slate in a weird way. It's more like I'm just creating a mood, like an aesthetic, and I'm telling my own story. And I feel like Animash footage is very adaptable in that way, unlike live action, which is a little bit more concrete in the story. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but yes. And then in terms of the community, I mean, I've been here since I was like 12 years old, and now I'm 21. And you know, I've made some amazing friends in this community that I value so much, and I'm so happy to have this space where I can talk to people online. It's awesome. I'm going to skip this next question because I already answered it and move on to the next question. Is there any fandom you want to edit with that you have not edited with yet? I would say The Last of Us would be super, super fun to edit with. I haven't gotten the chance to download that footage yet, but I would love to do at least like a Met part with it. And then The Bear, obviously. And maybe like a video with the holdovers, to be honest. I don't know exactly how I would use it. But yeah. What makes an edit a good edit in your opinion? That is an interesting question. I would say that's extremely subjective. Honestly, anywhere where the person like knows the program and knows what they're doing and is, you can tell they're making conscious choices about the storytelling, the clips, the overlays. I prefer that to people who kind of just mash stuff together. I prefer videos that have at least some sort of thought behind them. How long did it take you to get that many subs? Well, I have been here since 2015. That is how long it took me to get that many subscribers. What edit were you the most proud of and why? I sort of answered this, but my recent videos are always going to be the ones that I'm most proud of because I am always searching to be better and better. The next questions are from Reverie, aka Bash. Hi Bash, love you queen. If you could be in any fictional world, what would you choose and why? I feel like Marauders era Harry Potter, like in the 70s, would be so fun and so cool. So probably either that or Twilight. Now, even though I'm not a massive Twilight fan, I just think it'd be really cool to like turn into a wolf and like have vampires. Like, I just think it'd be sick. Favorite MEP I've been in is probably Do You Love Someone? I really loved how that turned out. I think the aesthetic was super fun. Seeing everyone's parts all come together in a very cohesive way was very satisfying. If you came back to the UK, where would you go first? Well, I think I would hang out with you and we could go see a play on the West End, go to another pub, go back to Camden Town and get some fun clothes. And I would also love to go to Ireland, especially Dublin, but I know that Dublin isn't like in the UK, so that's a side note, but that would be really fun. Favorite cocktail? Ooh. My favorite cocktail is a mojito. I also would never really turn down a margarita if it is like the good mixture between salty and sweet. Like I do enjoy a margarita. The next questions are by Pillowbug. If you could adjust or change the plot of one Animash movie, what would it be about? Ooh, I love this question so much. I would say in general I would make them a lot darker. I love dark adult stories that are animated about animals. I always have. I mean, not always, but like since like middle school probably, like that's kind of what I've been writing personally, and that's what I've had a lot of interest in. The original plot of Zootopia with the shock collar and everything, I thought that was amazing. I understand completely why they did not go with that option. However, in a parallel universe, I would have loved to see that film. It's so dark, like it's so messed up, and I would eat that up. I would totally eat that up. What are your favorite non-persona characters to edit with? Favorite non-persona characters, I would say, are Balt, Kenai, Kiara and Kovu, and Scamp and Angel. I also love Nick Wilde. That's always fun. Favorite genre of music, both to edit with and just to listen to? In general, I love rock music. I love metal. I love indie rock. I would say those two are like the main subgenres of rock that I listen to. And I'm also super into folk music. Big Thief and Hozier, Noah Kahan, Gregory Alan Iskoff, all of those I love. The next questions are by Kat BFS, aka Jess. Hi Jess. My favorite season is fall. My ideal weather would probably be like high 60s, somewhere in the 60s, so that I can wear a jacket, but I'm not freezing cold, and I'm also not boiling hot, so I can still wear a jacket. I also love winter too because of Christmas and all the fun things that come with that. What's your favorite animal, and which animal do you think you are most like? My favorite animal, this will come as no surprise to people, is a wolf. I have been obsessed with wolves since I was a very small child. Although in an ideal world, I would love to be a wolf, I have gotten from a lot of my friends that I am like a fennec fox, because I'm small and cute, but feisty. And I honestly feel like that like really resonates. So yeah, I think like in my soul, I would be a fennec fox, but like my alter ego is a wolf. So yeah, that's my answer for that question. What's your favorite non-MASH media to edit with? I love editing with normal people, I think. That's like one of my favorites. Anything that I'm like currently like obsessed with, I think is the most fun to edit with. What are some effects or fonts you gravitate towards? While I'm talking right now, I will insert the fonts and effects that I tend to gravitate towards. The next questions are from Raychana77. I am going to skip the first question because I already answered it. What other personas and OCs do you have, and why do you relate to them? My second persona besides Simba is Copper. I made a Copper persona recently. She was inspired by a lemon beagle. When I was little, I had like a character that was kind of like a persona of mine that was a beagle, and I also have blonde hair, so that's why she's a lemon beagle. The question also asked why I relate to Copper, and to be honest, I don't really. I think I love him. I've always loved him because he is a hound dog. I honestly relate a lot more to Todd than I do to Copper. Todd's kind of trying to like discover himself, and he, loses a friend that he thinks is very special to him, and that's happened to me, so I relate. When did you start editing? I started editing Animash in 2015 when I was around 12 years old. Before that, I would make movies and music videos with my LPS and like plushies on VideoStar and iMovie, so I guess that's kind of a form of editing. What got you into Animash? I always loved the animal Disney movies growing up, so when I saw people were editing with it, it just looked like a lot of fun. I'd already been editing simple stuff on iMovie, so the transition kind of made sense for me. I remember getting into voice acting and like the fan dub community online at the same time, and I'd already been into like Warrior Cats as a little kid, so basically like all like the furry-esque content was around me, so it made sense that I stumbled onto Animash. The next questions are from Dire Wolf. What editing program do you use? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. What is your favorite Animash rare pair? I don't really have one, but I think any pairing with Shenzi is really cute, like Kovu and Shenzi, Nala and Shenzi, Kiara and Shenzi. What is your favorite Animash movie to edit with? I would say Fox and the Hound 1, The Lion King 1, Lady and the Tramp 1, or Lady and the Tramp 2. The next questions are from Fallybat, or Fally. Hi! Are there any shows or movies you plan to watch in 2024? They can either be already released or upcoming releases. So I already talked about the new films I'm excited for, but I do want to catch up on some shows I've never seen. I've never seen Vampire Diaries, and Lucy or Bellamy Blake told me to watch it, so I'm actually intending on probably watching that this upcoming year. I've also been watching a lot of Modern Family recently, which is really fun. Do you have any personal projects in the works? Can we get a sneak peek? Yes, I do. However, I'm not a huge fan of sneak peeking my projects because I'm such a perfectionistic person. Any pets? If not, are there any pets you'd want to keep? Yes, I have a dog named Jasmine. She is very old now. I think she's about to turn 15, but she is a mutt, and we rescued her when I was 7, and she was a couple months old. She is just the most friendly, sweet dog ever. She loves everyone. Everyone loves her. She's kind of iconic. What's your favorite crossover Animash ship? I would say my number one is Scamp and Simba, but I also love Tramp and Pongo, and also Simba and Kenai, I think are quite cute. If you had to pick one Animash movie to edit with the rest of your life, what would you pick and why? Honestly, that is really difficult, but I would probably say either the Lion King one or the Fox and the Hound one. I love both of them because they have such intense emotions in the characters. Especially Fox and the Hound, you can make a lot of gritty, emotional videos with that film. The next questions are from Lawn Lost. Top 3 Hozier songs, and why if you have reasons / want to share. This is the best question ever. My favorites change from week to week, but right now I would say top 3 are Talk, Francesca, and From Eden, with Movement, It Will Come Back, and Shrike in close second. Favorite Hozier album? Wasteland Baby. That is my favorite album. I love Wasteland Baby so much. What song have you wanted to edit to for a while and never gotten around to? Last year, I was gonna make a Deftones video, and I never got around to it, so I would love to do that this year. What do you like most about your own editing? I think I like my ability to repurpose footage and tell my own stories with it. So I guess like narrative ability would be my answer. What are some of your favorite edits by other people? I have a whole inspiration playlist on my channel. A couple videos that come to mind. I Am the Girl That I Thought I Outgrew by Cat BFS. Steve and Nancy You Don't Love Me by Sneephawk Edits. Enlacing by Hallelujah. And That's My Baby Caroline by Ry LaRue. The last questions are from S. Crowley. What is your favorite Disney character? My favorite Disney character is Simba. I am going to skip the next two questions because I think I already answered them. Favorite Disney film scenes and why do you like it? I have a couple answers to this. My number one is probably the scene in Fox and the Hound when Todd goes to Copper and asks if they're still friends. It's always been like just a very touching scene. The scene in The Lion King where Mufasa's ghost shows up as well. I love that scene so much. Love Will Find a Way and I Didn't Know I Could Feel This Way from The Lion King 2 and Lady and the Tramp 2 are also just sequences that I really love in general. All right, y'all, those were all the questions. Thank you so much for submitting questions for me. Really means a lot. And I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Bye!